Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar today said that the BJP will come down to 50 seats in the 2024 elections. But there's an if, and it's a big one. He says, if all opposition parties fight together, I'm working for that, said Mr. Kumar. His latest call for opposition unity came in his speech at the party's JDU's state executive meeting in Patna. And it's a meeting that took place a day after 5 of 6 JDU MLAs in Manipur joined the ruling BJP.
In a major jolt to Bihar Chief Minister Nitish Kumar's Janata Dal United, just before its 2-day National Council meeting began in Patna today, 5 of 6 MLAs of the party in Manipur joined the ruling BJP on Friday. The move came days after Nitish Kumar broke off an alliance with the party in Bihar for the second time in 9 years. But the party leaders seem to be taking the Manipur developments in their stride.
जाने दीजिए जो करता है उससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है।
हर जगह ये महाराष्ट्र में जो उन्होंने किया उसका भी असर देश में पड़ रहा है, मध्य प्रदेश में जो उन्होंने किया उसका भी असर देश में पड़ा है, दिल्ली में जो उन्होंने करने का प्रयास किया उसका भी असर पड़ा है, झारखंड में जो कर रहे हैं उसका भी असर पड़ेगा। आप ये सारी कार्रवाई उनकी यह बताती है कि वो बौखलाहट में, वो घबराए हुए 2024 को लेके उनकी घबराहट साफ दिख रही।
This is the second rebellion faced by the JDU in the northeast in the last 3 years. In Arunachal Pradesh in 2020, 6 of 7 JDU MLAs had joined the ruling BJP, despite the two parties being allies in Bihar.
हम जो भी सीट वहां जीते, अरुणाचल में हम 7 जीते, मणिपुर में 6 जीते और दोनों राज्यों में हमने सीधे भारतीय जनता पार्टी को हराकर चुनाव जीता।
While the JDU took jibe at the Bharatiya Janata Party over what happened in Arunachal, calling it a Gadbandhan Dharm of the Bharatiya Janata Party, what happened in Manipur seems to be about money and muscle power. But the Bharatiya Janata Party denies horse trading.
तो आपके विधायक इतने कमजोर हैं क्या कि पैसा देकर खरीदे गए? आपने कैसे लोगों को टिकट दिया? लेकिन ये सब देखिए बेबुनियाद गलत है। हम क्यों खरीदेंगे पैसा देकर? तो आपने बिहार का जो गठबंधन तोड़ा, ये उसका परिणाम है। और आपका जो सपना था नेशनल पार्टी बनने का, तो 3 राज्यों में आप स्टेट पार्टी थे, अब केवल बिहार में रह गए। 2 राज्यों में स्टेट पार्टी का सपना खत्म हो गया। तब तो जनता दल नेशनल पार्टी बन ही नहीं सकती है। इसलिए बीजेपी क्यों तोड़ेगी किसी पार्टी को? हमको क्या जरूरत थी, चाहे अरुणाचल हो या मणिपुर हो। लेकिन अगर कोई आना चाहता है तो हम कैसे रोक सकते हैं?
The MLAs that merged with the BJP include KH Joy Kishan, N Sanate, Mohammad Achab Uddin, former DGP LM Khaute and Thangjam Arun Kumar. Khaute and Arun Kumar had previously sought to contest the assembly polls for the BJP, but joined the JDU after being turned down by the party. Ironically, the blow to the JDU comes at a time when party is holding a 2-day council meeting in Patna. This is the first meeting of the party after parting ways with the BJP last month, and where the party is likely to authorize Nitish Kumar to play a bigger role in national politics. With Manish Kumar in Patna, Akshay Dongre for NDTV.
So, stung by the BJP's Manipur coup, Nitish Kumar calls for a united opposition. Is that a pipe dream? Also joining us now is Mr. Satya Prakash Mishra, spokesperson of the JDU. Mr. Mishra, to you first. This Manipur coup really quite a jolt for Nitish Kumar. He's now going to be in Delhi over the next few days to meet with top leaders and basically explore this prospect of opposition unity. But that's going to be an uphill task because it seems like you're in choppy waters and there's a shark, that's the BJP, in these waters, and the opposition is not willing to come together to build a raft because everybody wants to be at the front, at the helm of this raft.
Sharaji, your voice is really breaking too much and it is echoing from your end, but I couldn't get your question. But if you have asked something related to Manipur and the BJP, then definitely what the BJP claims that it is the largest party of the world, and a largest party of the world is trying to steal members of the other party, elected members of the other party by its nefarious means. How hollow and weakened party this has become. The BJP is really a hollow and weakened party nowadays. It is so much afraid of the unity of the opposition, what Nitish Kumar started, that in 2024, if it is reduced by only 40 seats, the BJP is not gonna come to power in 2024. And the demand of the time, the unity of opposition for this nation, because BJP
many challenges to get the opposition together. Mr. Nitish Kumar is now not the only one who is contending for the post of PM.
No one has claimed the PM post, and no one has started certain kind of claim, but the Nitish Kumar really possesses all kind of qualities to be the Prime Minister of India. Let me complete first. United opposition is needed now. Why? Because the democracy is being subjected to so many injustice. Activists and dissent voice are being suppressed by its nefarious means, and so many constitutional authorities just being misutilized by the BJP, misused by the BJP government at the center. And 63% vote is against of BJP. If opposition united together to contain this BJP, definitely this time the opposition will be united. The Rashtra Niti of this Rashtra will be united so that this BJP can be contained, and it will be done. Nitish Kumar is paving the way. Why BJP is so much afraid when the Nitish Kumar parted ways with the BJP? Because
this time there
BJP
will be opposition
does
unity,
know,
says the JDU. Okay. So Priya Srinath, Mr. Kumar has these posters you can see now where it says, instead of Man Ki Baat, let's talk Kaam Ki Baat. He's no longer being coy about his interest is running for PM. As Mr. Prakash has pointed out, he has a national image. So JDU saying clearly that the candidate for the opposition for PM is going to be Mr. Kumar, not a Congress candidate.
No, I don't think that's the topic of debate, and I don't even think that's the issue. The issue today is how ugly and how vulgar will BJP's lust for power be?
And how can they be stopped? That's the issue, ma'am.
Yes, exactly. No, let me finish my sentence. How ugly and how lustful is their, craving for power, and what will they not do to get that power? If they do not win through democratically elected methods, they will topple elected governments through ED, CBI, income tax agencies that have become frontals of this government, and the naked abuse of money power. And the reality today is that those who say this is Chanakya Niti and those who say the BJP is unstoppable and it cannot be stopped, no! The BJP is corrupt. It is attacking at the very core of our democracy by doing what it is doing, which is undermining democratic institutions, which is actually indulging in horse trading to an extent that when the finance minister wants to talk about horse racing, what's playing on her mind is horse trading. It's another
fair enough, but can they be stopped by united opposition is the question. Mr. Srinath, Mr. Kumar met with KCR. They are working on building an anti-BJP league, which significantly does not seem to involve the Congress, at least for now.
Sarah, whatever little understanding that I may or may not have of Indian politics, there can be no opposition unity without the Congress being the fulcrum of that unity. I don't say that with arrogance, I say that with numbers at my behest. BJP today has the largest number of MLAs, we are the second largest, we are present in every nook and corner of the country, which no other opposition party can today talk about. So the fulcrum of that opposition unity, dhuri to Congress ko hi banna padega.
All right, Satyaprakash Mishra, with a vote share of 20% in the last general election, the Congress cannot be benched from the opposition. That's a catch-22 for you and Mr.
Your voice.
So you cannot ignore the Congress given the numbers.
It's breaking.
Can we try and fix the line there with Mr. Mishra? Alok Vats, let's get you in there. But in all of this, these allegations of the misuse of central investigative agencies like the ED and the CBI, etc., seems to be the glue for the opposition unity. Is that going to be a self-goal for the BJP going forward?
Let me tell you one thing, Sarah. All these allegations that Supriya has leveled against us is all baseless and false. We are elected in 18 states. Have we used the ED, CBI and IT to on the voters to get us elected. And we have come back with thumping majorities. We have been repeated twice, thrice in the states. And all their cries, can they decide? There are 6 contenders at the moment of prime ministership. Will they decide who will lead them, who will be their face? Nobody is ready to accept Congress. They cannot decide upon their own president.
Opposition.
And they want to rule the country.
Why you are so much worried about the face of the opposition?
Let
You are not worried about
let me complete my sentence. When you were speaking, I was not.
You are so much
are not
afraid of the
our-
1 minute.
opposition.
Can we,
Supriya, you are
can we
not
let
our
Mr.
word.
Vats finish and then I'll
Supriya,
come to
you are
Supriya
not our
Srinath and
word.
Mr.
And Satya Prakash
I
Mishra,
don't
you are
ever
also
want to
not
be
our
either.
word. Please keep
I
quiet.
never want to be either. I never want to be in your position defending the indefensible.
Then please
Never,
listen to me.
ever.
It is my
I
turn
don't
to
want to
speak.
listen to you.
It is,
Good for you.
and
Go
all
ahead.
these allegations, the party which cannot elect a president in 8 years, they want to become
अरे
the
8
prime minister
साल
of
में
this
आपने
country.
देश का क्या हाल कर दिया उसका जवाब दीजिए हमारी
IMF
चिंता
said-
छोड़ दीजिए
IMF
देश की
All
said
चिंता
right,
we are
कीजिए
all right. Thank you, thank you. We're hearing the arguments we've heard
IMF
before,
has
but thank
said
you
we are
all
the
for joining
fastest
us on
growing
Left, Right,
economy.
and Centre.